And hello, good morning. It's Jason Mann with Jim Check in Kelowna now, live on YouTube and X for your Friday morning. A beautiful sunny day. We'll get to the 5-day weather forecast here shortly. First off, our first news headline, an Okanagan town has taken a step towards energy independence after BC's
first utility scale solar and battery storage facility in Summerland.
With 412 kilowatt solar array.
Oh, you got that. I don't know where that accent came from. The Summerland Energy Center, which cost just under $7 million, was officially opened at the site of the former Municipal Works Yard on Thursday. It features a 412 kilowatt solar array, 1 megawatt of battery storage, and 3.56 megawatts of power supply. According to BC Hydro, the average single-family home powered by electricity uses 1,279 kilowatts a month, when the average apartment uses about 365 kilowatts. The new center will feed power directly to the grid and can also release stored energy when needed to offset costs. I mean, I have a solar array on my house that does a similar thing, not at that scale.
That capacity.
But I mean,
how many houses is this going to power? Is it the whole town, or do we know?
You know what? We're gonna invite them in,
Yeah.
and we're gonna go for a tour there.
Okay,
and then we're gonna have a bigger and better story on this. So it's really interesting, though. Sounds really good. Yep.
Former soldier and reservist who defied the Canadian Armed Forces COVID-19 vaccine mandate has been fined $4,000 and received a severe reprimand at the conclusion of a court-martial in BC here.
Yeah, so we talked about this story a couple of days ago, and I think the prosecutors compared it to a January 6th storming of the Capitol event, and the courts disagreed with that, and basically gave him a $4,000 fine, and the judge said Top knew he was defying military and federal government by refusing the vaccine and was prepared to accept those consequences. And however, she said she didn't hear anything mutinous from Top, and even suggested that one day he'd try to enroll again in the military. Top, who is 52, is a reservist and former armed forces soldier with more than 30 years of service in multiple deployments in Croatia, Afghanistan, and other war zones. Yeah, I guess that's what he was looking for, just a small fine, and he got a small fine. And linking it to a January 6th moment seems a little sensationalized, I would think.
You know, the other thing that I find it's just the paradox of it. He was willing to put his life on the line in war in Croatia, Afghanistan, and felt that the vaccine was too big of a risk.
But I guess if you look at it from a military perspective, you have to follow orders. Doesn't matter what the order is. So, in that regard, he's not allowed to have an opinion.
No, I get that. Yeah. It's just such a paradox.
But I mean, if you're trying to say because he's factoring in his life, but you're in the military, like every day you're factoring your life in, and you're supposed to follow orders, no matter if they say run up that hill.
Yeah, I pass no judgment on it. I just pointed out. BC's Gang Squad and the Abbotsford Police Department say a sensitive law enforcement intelligence document was posted on an online media site.
Yeah, they're just prompting a warning on that. So there's a lot more on that story. It's quite a story. You can go on KelownaNow.com and read that story.
Okay.
Here's a fun one.
An outdoorsy Okanagan pooch has beaten off strong competition to feature in a charity calendar.
Rose at Jack Russell. Jack Russell, that was one of the dogs that was in Fraser all those years, right?
On the couch.
From Vernon, was selected to represent June in the 2024 Companions for Change calendar, which is made by Pet Value. That's a cute photo, though, hey?
It is.
How does he use the paddle, though?
Two paws at a time.
Joke, eh?
Yeah. Earlier this month, we told you about Kelowna Comic-Con's brand new Yule event that's happening this Saturday. And we also told you about Walking Dead actor Michael Cudlitz coming to town. And looks like he's going to be visiting Comic-Con as well.
Well, there you go. You can get... and that Kelowna Comic-Con Yule event begins on 10 a.m. Saturday at the Rutland Centennial Hall. And Cudlitz, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right. Cudlitz will be there between 1 and 4. So... I think that's a fun thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's you're rubbing
I imagine you can go there dressed up, too. I think that's what you're supposed to do, right? If you were to go, what would you dress up as?
Ooh. Well, I'd go as Jeffrey Dean Morgan's role in The Walking Dead.
I don't think I've ever seen it, so...
We'll bring pictures.
There you go. I would go as the Grinch, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. I could see
There you
that.
go. Yeah,
That
yeah.
works.
You buy into that?
Not too easily, but I
Or the cat in the hat?
The BC government is introducing new protections for ride-hailing and food delivery app workers, including a minimum wage, compensation for expenses, and other standards. Gig work, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's Ubers and all that. A minimum hourly wage of $20.10, which is $3.35 more than the current general minimum wage, would apply for gig workers during their engaged time, not all the time. So that, because they get assignments here and there. So if you're an Uber driver, you may get a call at 1 and you're only on for 20 minutes and then you're sitting for 3 hours, or who knows? I have no idea. But the new pay standard, which does include tips, puts about a 20% premium on top of general minimum wage to account for gig workers spending waiting time for assignments and so forth. I don't know what that will do for gig workers or some of the tech companies that try to, I don't know. I know everybody,
Well,
like
that
the
cost
young
is
people
gonna
sure
come.
love that DoorDash and Uber and
Yeah.
food delivered to your door, everything delivered to your door. You may have to actually go outside. You know what I mean? Out into the sun.
Who wants that? Okay. A favorite Canadian-based CDN brand acquired by Calgary Apparel Company.
Yeah, so CDN brand, which is started by
Marcoux.
Marcoux, who was formerly with Jacqueline Smith's brand, Okanagan Lifestyle brand. I think we're going to try and get him in too as well to talk about this too.
Yeah,
So,
he built quite something up there.
yeah. So there you go.
And BC Solicitor General has suspended Surrey Police Board.
And interesting, BC Solicitor General has suspended the Surrey Police Board and replaced it with an administrator to perform all duties, ousting Mayor Brenda Locke from the role in Surrey's troubled transition from the RCMP to an independent police force.
Sounds like it's not
I mean,
going
there's
well.
a lot of that going around where people are saying cities, I guess, maybe they're looking at costs and they're saying going from an RCMP to, Calgary has police, Edmonton has their own police force, Vancouver has their own police force.
Lethbridge,
Yeah.
Tabor.
Yeah, I don't, in Kelowna, I think we would be too small to have our own police force. I don't know. But
Yeah.
anyway, RCMP still operate in those jurisdictions, so they do.
Yeah.
They operate as for the
Highways.
the bigger crimes though,
Yeah,
too,
sure,
like murders and stuff like that. So
Parents around YLW to benefit from a newly opened childcare facility out in that area.
well, that's good news for the employees of both the Kelowna International Airport and KF Aerospace, and the surrounding business is also going to get a little bit of that too. So they're opening up YMCA Childcare Center is officially opened there yesterday. The center has capacity for 86 kids between the ages of or age 5 and under, and might become the new norm as the city of Kelowna aims to open more facilities near places of employment.
Well, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. As a parent with young kids, if you
Well, we've got a little one running around here now.
we need one on the 15th floor.
Yeah.
All right.
So
And BC is introducing standardized designs in an effort to build homes more quicker. So I guess
makes sense,
that's
though, right?
GigaCast kind of idea in a way, right?
yeah, so British Columbia's latest effort to speed up construction of new housing is to make the design process easier. Province announced that it will work over the coming months to create new standardized designs for small-scale multi-unit homes on single lots. I think that would reduce some costs and allow people to build more I mean, you hope they wouldn't do them all in one place and look like a mining town.
Yeah, I was going to say it could look a little cookie cutter, or maybe you need to have like 10 or 12 different styles, or you mix and match colors and styles. And
Yeah, the plans include townhouses, triplexes, laneway homes. So that, I mean, I think that's a great thing.
well, it is if it's going to move safe, good homes out into the community.
As
faster,
many
right?
as, like you were just saying, as many as 10 different designs will be
Oh, there you
developed,
go.
and they will all comply with BC building code, so that's good, right? So it takes a lot of the guesswork out, and they'll be as close as possible to building permit ready. The province says that will be created for various size lots and configurations. Nice.
All right. See, we can work out these problems. Kelowna soccer player helps SFU to the first NCAA conference championship.
That's cool. SFU women's soccer team made program history this past weekend with the help of their midfielder from Kelowna, Kate Cartier, an
go,
Okanagan Mission OKM student, is a junior on the Red Leafs and helped propel the program to its first NCAA conference championship.
Nice. Way to go.
Congrats. That's awesome. And then was a story that we're kind of working on. I think Eden's working on it. The courts struck down Ottawa's ban on single-use plastics like straws and grocery bags as both unreasonable and unconstitutional. So we'll have more on that in Kelowna later. So you got the weather?
Definitely interesting, yeah. So Kelowna now.
Just look outside.
5-day weather forecast for ATV Wealth. Realize your vision of wealth. Go to atv.com/wealth Kelowna. We do have a beautiful sunny day, as you can see there. A high of 3 degrees.
What happened to sunny Sunday? That was yesterday. It was sunny Sunday.
Sunday, Sunday.
That flurry just moved up.
It did. So, yeah, things have shifted a little bit. Today's high 3, and tonight we'll get down to -3. And as you can see, nothing but sunshine there. Same as tomorrow, mostly sunny, although we did put a tiny little cloud in there. If you can see, a high of 4 degrees and -0. How about that? There's the
minus
elves.
0. What actually is -0?
Yeah, exactly. So
Is that a different
it's going to be
kind of zero?
very cold.
What's
Very
+0?
Sunday. So it's going to be sunny during the day, but it's going to get cloudier at night and get down to 0.
So the reason we do the weather is we also have the weather window that we look out when we see that -0, +0,
Yeah.
and when you get to 0.
Exactly. So that 00. And then flurries are going to actually start to develop Saturday night, continue throughout the day. Flurries of rain on Sunday with the high of 7. So expect it to be more rain than flurry, really, or whatever comes
I'm
down.
going to bet down
stick.
on the valley floor here. We don't get any snow.
Yeah. Betting on it right now. Okay.
Well, I won the first bet.
You
so
did.
let's
You
see where it
did.
goes.
Monday, we are back to work. Beautiful sunny drive-in and 5 for the high. Tuesday, mix of sun and cloud and 2. And right now, it's still a little chilly. It was quite chilly overnight, very freezing.
We're going
But
to talk auction a little bit.
yeah, let's do it.
We keep talking auction. Auction is ongoing. It's a great thing, place to buy some Christmas presents and support local. And support the local platform that we have, KelownaNow.com. And while we're looking at this, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter. You can find it on our homepage, where as well as the auction on our homepage. You can find the link there. And we'd also appreciate if you subscribe to our YouTube channel and our X, formerly Twitter. So what do you got there? Anything you want? Have you been bidding?
I didn't know I was allowed.
You're allowed to bid because
Okay.
you're just buying stuff. You can bid all you want. It's not like winning.
All right.
It's like, standing at the pop machine and say, I'm winning. Right? When you're putting money in the pop machine.
Yeah, no, I think there are a couple things I've
There's
got
a good
my
one for
eye
you. A
on.
2-hour boat rental.
That is a good deal.
That is a good deal. I mean, I don't think it's going to go for $180, but it's expensive, and owning a boat is expensive.
Yeah, you know what? That's just perfect.
We sold our
3
boat
times
just
a
for that
year.
reason, just because we only use it every now and then. So I'd rather rent now than own a boat. If you're out on the lake every day, probably makes sense to own one. But
They are a lot for as little as we would use it. But it's always nice to get out there and enjoy it a few times a
sure,
year.
the lake's beautiful.
Yeah. And pretty not bad. Look at that.
Pretty not bad.
That's a good deal.
Is that pizza or what?
I haven't eaten there yet. But you know who is?
Who is eating there?
No, but who's all behind that? That's a.
Are you looking it up? You got to figure that out. You don't think you're
I
going to figure
can't
that out
remember
in
his name.
time, right?
Realtor guy.
What's that?
Realtor. Yeah, he does a lot of good work for the community. He's always raising money and doing things and fun challenges.
There's a lot
And
of-
his name has just escaped me. I'm sorry. Apologies. Anyways,
Safeway gift card, $57 for $200 gift card.
well, there you go. That's a deal right now.
I don't think that's going to stay there, but hey,
No.
get your bid in, and you can be one of the guys that is in on that stuff. Like,
even 20% off groceries is a help. right?
let's throw that contest up there because that thing's closing. I think either today or tomorrow. Not sure what day it's
You can
closing.
scroll down to the bottom. We can take a look at the entry form.
So you can win 2 nights to Ainsworth Hot Springs and also visit the Great Kootenays there too. And Nick's scrolling to the bottom there. Marcy's off. She's in Calgary to watch the Flames game.
yeah, she's off now. So yeah, November 19th.
November 19th, which is tomorrow,
There you go.
isn't it? What's today?
That's the 17th.
There you go.
So Sunday
Sunday
night.
the last day, yeah.
Yeah.
So the Rockets play on
So we'll make the grand prize draw announcement for this on
Monday.
Monday's
Yeah,
live
yeah.
stream.
So the Rockets play tomorrow night against the Cougars.
Yes. Go Rockets, go.
Yeah. They better win. Otherwise,
And
somebody
it's
else
Calgary
probably-
Flames
somebody else
and
gonna
New
get
York
traded.
tonight, and that's
Busy.
where Marcy is,
Yes.
in Calgary.
There you go.
She'll be back on Monday as well.
We're going to have a giveaway or a prize for 13 Days of Christmas. Calgary Flames, stay in a penthouse, and
Something to look forward to.
There you go.
Big contest brewing starting in December.
Yeah, 13 Days of Christmas. It'll be amazing.
All right.
Who doesn't love Christmas?
Well, the holidays are...
The Grinch.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Perfect. Love them. All right. That's it for us. We'll be back a little bit later on this afternoon with more headlines and update on your forecasts as we get into the weekend.
See you at 4 o'clock.